His health also in this time starts to falter. It's said that he has epileptic seizures that are becoming more and more frequent, and he's starting to grow superstitious, reading omens and consulting with, clairvoyants and fortune tellers. And perhaps most dangerous of all, he forgave men who had fought bitterly against him in civil war, men like Brutus. Caesar starts accepting honors that look alarmingly like kingship. And again, you got to understand, Romans at this time are a republic, but now he has a golden chair in the Senate and statues among the gods, and art of Caesar is starting to resemble like the actual gods that they worship. And now he's wearing this triumphal robe whenever he pleases. And to people who had driven out their last king 5 centuries earlier, this feels like the ghost of monarchy coming back. But this is not going to be monarchy. This is going to be something completely different. The chosen stage for the assassination is loaded with crazy symbolism. Pompey's Theater, the very place named after Caesar's once friend turned greatest rival, and where Pompey's statue will watch the killing. The morning is thick with omens. Calpurnia, Caesar's wife at the time, wakes up in terror from a dream of his murder and begs him not to go. Priests are performing sacrifices. They find strange signs. One reported saying that they killed an animal with no heart, and this is a dire warning, even by Roman standards. And somewhere in the jostling crowd on the way to the meeting, a man tries to hand Caesar a note revealing the entire conspiracy, but it never actually reaches Caesar himself. The warnings are ignored, and Caesar walks into the Senate without any bodyguard, and the conspirators close in under the pretext of presenting a petition. At the signal, Tullius Cimber grabs Caesar's toga, and then Casca strikes first. Caesar's reaction is pure defiance. He fights back with the only weapon that he had, his writing stylus, like his pen, but it's hopeless. Blades come from every direction, and then, through the chaos, he sees a familiar face, Brutus. And according to the legend, that's when he stops struggling. The phrase, et tu, Brute, whether actually spoken or not, has come to symbolize the crushing weight of betrayal. Caesar collapses at the base of Pompey's statue, stabbed 23 times. The blood pools at the feet of his fallen rival's likeness in front of the statue of Pompey. And the conspirators raise their daggers, shouting about liberty and the republic, but the Senate chamber is already emptying. Terrified senators are fleeing, and in the streets outside of Rome, there is silence and uncertainty for what comes next. To ordinary citizens, Caesar wasn't a tyrant. He was their champion. He was the good guy. He came in and fixed everything. He got people paid. He conquered more land. He brought grain in from Egypt. He was their champion. And killing him was an attack on the Roman people. Mark Antony, Caesar's trusted lieutenant, initially fled, fearing for his life, but he quickly recognized an opportunity. At Caesar's funeral, he delivers the speech Shakespeare later made immortal, a masterclass in persuasion. He shows the crowd Caesar's will. It leaves his gardens to the people of Rome and the money for every single citizen, and then grief turns into rage. The assassins are not heroes, they're villains. I mean, look at Caesar. He's the nicest guy ever. He helped all of us, and now these assassins took him away. And then comes the real twist. Caesar has named his 18-year-old grandnephew, Octavius, as his heir and adopted son. The boy's young, inexperienced, no army, but he has something more dangerous. He has the same razor-sharp political instincts and just an insane will to rule. So from here, Rome plunges into 13 brutal years of civil war. Caesar's heirs against his killers and ambitious generals against each other. The republic Brutus and Cassius tried to save is gone forever, and in its place rises an empire, one that will rule for the next 1,000 years.